Hey guys, welcome to PE. I'm going to kneel down here because the way I have the camera set up, it's going to cut off my head if I stand all the way up. First thing we're going to do is we are going to go off and jog to warm ourselves up. If you want to do it like we do it at normal PE, you got 7 minutes if you want to jog around, down the street if you want to, or if you got a big yard around your yard. But go get yourself warmed up. Be right back. All right. Nice long warm up, very nicely done. Let's get our stretches in. Remember our dynamic stretches, which means we're not just going to hang or pull on something for a really long time. We're going to do our dynamic stretches. So let's try some of those. Let's get some kicks. All right, that should do it. Nice job. Okay, what we're going to work on today is we're going to work on our broad jump, our standing broad jump. So you guys probably know what that means. That is 2 feet on the ground when you start, launching yourself as far as you can forward, 2 feet on the ground when you land. You can do this pretty much at just about anywhere. Obviously, I would recommend outside, get out in the fresh air. If you have to do it inside, that's fine. Just make sure there's nothing breakable or anything around you. You know, get yourself a good space. Don't do it upstairs because you're going to make quite a lot of noise when you land on the ground. So you are going to measure yourself. You're going to measure your jump, and then you're going to post them. And of course, just like everything else, it's not a contest. I'm not looking for the farthest jump. What I'm looking for is for you to practice this a few times and to improve. The biggest improvement is really what we're looking for. If you want to have a contest, that's the contest. But again, not a competition, so just look to improve. And I would love to see some videos of you guys doing these jumps. Some of you guys have posted some videos, but for some of you, I haven't seen your faces in motion for quite a long time, or really seen your faces at all. So it would be cool we got a video from every single person doing a broad jump. You could even maybe do a little slow-mo of your broad jump. Not only would that be kind of cool and kind of neat for everybody to see, neat slow-mo videos, but the other thing is you really get to analyze your form. That's what's going to give you the longest jump, is to have the best form that you could possibly do. And that's what I'm going to try to teach you today, is how to get the best form into your long jump. So, what do you need? You need an area. I'm sitting on this dirt that I have here in our backyard that I'm going to do. And if you have any grassy area, you can do it on a hard surface. You can do it on the blacktop. You're not going to be, falling over too badly or anything like that. So hard surface is good. You don't want a super soft surface. I wouldn't do it in the sand or maybe the grass would be okay, but the thing is you want to have a pretty hard surface to launch off of. If you try to launch off of a soft surface, what's going to happen is as you push really hard off your feet, the surface could give way and you just won't get as far a jump as you possibly could. So get yourself a fairly hard surface, and then what you need is a jumping starting line. So what I've got here is just a means to mark my starting line in the dirt. Make it a pretty good line. I got a stick. I'm just going to use my stick. Draw it across my dirt. Alright, I did it a few times so I can really see it. When I go to do my jump, I have to make sure that both of my toes are behind this line. I can't cheat and kind of be on the line. I want to be everything behind the line. Okay? And it's a standing broad jump, so without any preparation, it would just look like this. Okay? You guys have all done that before, seen that before. Alright, so the other thing you're going to need is something to measure how far you jump. I've got my tape measure here. I'm going to lay this out. I'm going to lay it out to a fairly ambitious length, like say something like 10 feet. I know I can't broad jump 10 feet. but I don't want to go short because I want to have something to measure myself by. So I'm going to lay this out with my 0, my end out my line. You couldn't see where I went to the end there probably, but I've got it down far enough so that when I jump, I will have enough room to land and be able to measure. Where do you measure to? Well, you measure to whatever the furthest back part of your foot is where you land. So you land where you can still stand up, right? And then when you stand up, look down at your tape measure and check what your distance was. Now, if you don't have a tape measure, you could use a yardstick or a ruler. I have a ruler here that's actually 18 inches, so that's 1.5 feet. But what you would do is you put those down on the ground, you know, and then say, okay, here's 18 inches, or for you guys probably 1 foot, or if it's a yardstick, 3 feet. Make a mark, move the ruler again, make a mark, move the ruler again, and then leave the ruler down where about you think you'll land. Now, if you want to do a pre-jump so that you know about where you'll land, and then put the ruler down there, because a ruler or a yardstick will probably give you a pretty good enough range to improve. So for instance, if you put the ruler down about where you landed on your pre-jump, then you'll know that, okay, I'll put the ruler here, so I have this much room to improve, and that should probably do it for you. All right, so how's our form supposed to go on this? How are we going to get our best jump? Well, do a pre-jump, like I said, before you get into the form, and then let's practice our form and start to improve on it. So our proper form, our best way to get a good jump is going to be, you might have seen me kind of do this, but get that squat down. You want to build up all the power that you can in your legs, and the squatting position, you could probably feel how tight all that's going to be. Calf muscles, gastrocnemius if you remember, quadricep muscles, your thigh muscles, your hamstring muscles, your glute muscles, all of that, and even in your toes. Okay? Arch muscles in your feet, they're all going to engage in this squat position if you're up on the balls of your feet here. Okay? You don't want to jump from your heels, obviously, because you can see I almost rocked backward. That's my momentum taking me backward. You want to jump off of the balls of your feet with your toes engaged. Okay? So, squat down. You can rock all a little bit, rocking a little bit, and then when you're ready and you launch, you're launching up this way. Okay? The goal is to get that perfect angle where you're going forward and up at a good angle so that you're going to launch yourself forward and not just up in the air. If all you're doing is jumping up in the air, you're not going to go as far. If all you're doing is jumping far like this, don't give yourself enough time in the air to get your furthest jump. So what's that perfect angle? That's what you're looking for. The other thing you're looking for is to really be able to be stable on the balls of your feet here. So even practicing being like this is going to help you. Okay, so if I'm practicing being like this, I can really get used to being able to launch myself off the balls of my feet. I don't want to stumble. I want to be able to really push from here and get all the muscles working for my broad jump. So it's going to look something like this. If I squat, get a little rock, launch when I'm ready. All right. So that one isn't bad, about 6 feet, almost. Not necessarily as far as I can jump, but now I have my room for improvement. So I'm going to do one more and try to get perfect form into it. I may not, but that's what practice is for. So let's try this last one. Okay, got both feet behind the line. Okay, get yourself a nice good squat. Feel all these muscles building up, rocking onto the balls of my feet. When I feel ready, good launch. All right, try to stay compact up in the air. So when I jump up in the air, get all your muscles going with you. Pull them all up tight so when you're in the air, you actually look kind of like this. And then when you stretch out to land as far away as possible. All right, so what I need from you guys is practice. Okay, do a pre-jump, get yourself a baseline distance, your distance without practicing first. Do some practice, work on your form. Really push those muscles to get you as far as possible. Work on getting that perfect angle. Okay, and then once you get some improvement, excuse me, some good jumps, post your video, post your distance, post your improvement, and maybe even work on it for the rest of the week. And maybe you'll get some even more improvement posting on Friday or next week. All right, and if you want to make a slow-mo video, that'd be cool too. Cool. All right, guys. Good luck on your PE.